Paging Mr. Morrow, Mr. Tom Morrow. Please contact Mr. Johnson in the control tower to confirm your flight to the moon. This is Opposite Attractions.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Opposite Attractions, the experimental prototype podcast of tomorrow. I am your host, Scottye Moore, joined as always by the Imagineer in training himself. It is Jim Murphy.
Hello. You really fall back into that Patrick Warburton pretty easily.
Well, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Opposite Attractions. I'm going to be your captain today, Captain Patrick.
Oh no.
That is the only part I like about Soarin', is the fact that I get to see good old Pat every time. Like, hello, welcome. You're about to be really bored and terrified for 3 minutes.
Isn't Jason Alexander in there too?
I don't know, not the new Soarin'. I think it's just
Oh,
Pat.
not the new one, just the old one?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
It's just Patrick coming out like, hello, you may recognize just my voice if you're a child. If you're an adult, you're probably still just thinking of my voice. So, today we're going to be flying you through the sky. If you're afraid of heights, you fuck off.
That's what I do.
I just remember getting off Soarin' and being like, I was so bored and also terrified at the same time. I don't know how they...
You were scared and smelling of oranges.
Yeah, no. What was worse is when I wrote it the first time, no smells. They're like, you were supposed to, like, smell all these different things. I'm like, I didn't smell shit other than my own fear piss. That was it. It's so...
Ironically smells like oranges.
Yeah, right? All those Florida oranges really got to me. But yeah, Soarin' is not the best. For me, at least. Everyone else is like, it's amazing. I'm like, no, it's not. So this is a podcast where we talk about pissing ourselves on theme park rides. No, this is a podcast where we are creating our own theme park known as Apex, the peak of themed entertainment, which is all, it's superhero themed.
It hurts coming out of your mouth, I know.
Every time I have to use that shitty tagline, the peak of
Well, you have like 5 more episodes of it, I think.
Yeah, probably.
And then you can stop.
And then we'll be good. But it's a superhero themed park. It's kind of Magic Kingdom-esque in the way the map is laid out, would you say?
Yeah, I think we've fallen into the hub and spoke trap.
Yeah. Where half of your hub is all villain based. I'm wearing my villain club shirt. And then the other half is all hero based. And
there's... How many other ways can you lay it out? I mean, there's a circle. You can do a circle with water in the middle.
Yeah,
but
I'm not feeling that. I think hub and spoke is kind of the best way.
Or you just puke it out onto paper like what Busch Gardens does. I think.
Just put it here. Just put shit. I don't care.
I think most, like, Six Flags, King's Dominion, is just like, people are just going to be waiting in line to go upside down and throw up, so just throw it wherever it will fit.
Yeah, don't worry about it, like, actually trying to craft an adventure. You'll be fine.
Or you have the Epcot thing, which is where they just do the letter H and then the letter O above it.
Ho. Yeah, the Ho
and
Parks.
That's it.
Ho Parks. So yeah, ours is kind of hub and spoke. If you go one way, you're villainous. If you go the other way, you're heroic. And you can even take a test to kind of sort, like, what your superpower would be, and if you would be a villain or a hero, which we decided. And every week we have challenges, and this week we just decided to put in our hotels, which...
Did you ever decide how many choices people would have? Like 10, 15, 100?
What do you mean, in hotels, or...
No, in how many powers people could choose from.
I don't know. I know I distinctly have, like, fire and ice villains.
You could do it like, if you did it like Spaceship Earth, one of my powers would be apparently falling down while snowboarding and breaking my arm.
Yeah. Well, no. If it was Spaceship Earth, one of my superpowers would be wearing a backwards baseball cap and getting it green screen chroma keyed out of my face.
The last time when I went a couple weeks ago, my face looked like Swiss cheese for some reason.
When me and Blake wrote it, I don't know what they did to Blake's face, but it looked like a ninja had come through and cracked his neck, so he was constantly at an angle. And because I had on my hat, the top of my head was gone. I was just like flat-headed.
You went on the wrong Spaceship Earth, I think.
Yeah, and so,
Jeremy Irons came back from the voice acting dead and did bad things to you.
And so, shit, what were you even?
Maybe the Phoenicians invented a way to slice your face open.
The Phoenicians invented ways to ruin your face. But yeah, I like the idea of like ice villains, fire villains. So I guess like a psychic, like you can pick stuff up with your mind.
If you get invisibility, they still take your money and they just kick you out.
Yeah, well, I don't know how, because the thing is, like
I'm explaining how it will work. They take your money and they throw you out.
Yeah. Well, the thing with me is like a lot of my powers I want to be able to be used in ride. So like if you're an ice villain and you go into like a ride where something's on fire, you can use your ice to put out the fire, or you can use it to freeze like a lake or something. So it makes you feel like powerful or something. Yeah. I don't know what you would do with invisibility.
You can do super speed, but it doesn't work in the queue.
Yeah. No, dude, you just came up with the name for our fast passes. Super speed. Get your super speed pass. You get 3. I do love that this is supposed to be our hotel episode, but just like I've barely ever been to a Disney hotel, so I'm just like, I've stayed at 2 of them, and I have visited 1, 2, 3, probably 8 or 9 or 10 of them because I like the food at many of them. Oh right, I ate at the. Which one? I can't remember the name. It's the one that is essentially the Animal Kingdom themed hotel.
Yes, the Animal Kingdom Lodge.
Oh, well, good. Yeah, that's the name of it. So
you were by the Animal Kingdom. You weren't at Wilderness Lodge, which is over by the Magic Kingdom. So you ate at like Chico.
Yeah, I ate at like I was with my girlfriend's family.
You spent $1,000.
Oh, I didn't spend anything. I let them spend all the money for me. And
because Chico can run you some money right there.
Yeah, and so
because Whispering Canyon at the Wilderness Lodge is amazing. Yeah. Period.
I actually still have the only like memoir I have from that dinner, which is I got a Tinkerbell drink topper that glows green. And I'm just gonna keep you around, Tank. I've eaten there, and then I ate at 1972 Park Fair. No, that's not it.
It is 1900. I think
1900 Park Fair
is the number.
Yeah, because I promised my girlfriend I would take her, or my girlfriend at the time, that I would take her for our anniversary to eat there. And so I got reservations at like the fanciest thing, the #1 place. And then we broke up like 2 months prior, but I didn't want to be I didn't want to be a dick about it, so I just changed the reservations to brunch. So we went to brunch instead.
So you got Victoria and Albert's reservations by some witchcraft.
Yeah. And gave them up instead to do the
which that would have also ran you $1,000 for just the 2 of you.
Yeah. So instead we went and did the, what's the brunch called? It's like the Bibbidi Bobbidi, no, not Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique Breakfast.
Isn't it it's not the Tea Party thing, right?
It's kind of like the Tea Party, but it has a different name. But yeah, like Alice in Wonderland was there. Pooh was there. There was like all the characters walking around, and as you left, the last character you got to meet as you were exiting was Mad Hatter. And I'm like, after people have stuffed themselves with food, why is this dude's messed up face the last thing you want us to look at? How dare you?
Well, he's their Coke sponsor because of the big nose and the Coca-Cola reference that I'm not making.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, that's all my experience is eating there. Now I will say the red velvet Mickey waffles were out of this damn world, and I had a plate of roughly 52 of them.
We went to Whispering Canyon, and that place is if you have never been, just ask for the ketchup. That's all you gotta do.
Just ask for ketchup.
Yeah, Have you never been to Whispering Canyon?
No, I haven't. Like I said, I've been to like three
You
hotels.
go in and it's very loud, hence the name Whispering Canyon.
Yeah.
And they kind of screw with you in a way of like a Dick's Last Resort, sort of.
Right.
Like a Walt's Last Resort.
Yeah.
And
I thought
if you ask for ketchup, they yell for ketchup, and the idea is that every bottle of ketchup in the restaurant comes to your table.
Holy shit.
Yeah, you can see videos on YouTube of people they scream it. Like they'll yell at you
ketchup!
if you basically walk in and they say, "We're gonna screw with you. Would you like that? If you don't like that, we won't screw with you. But if you like that, we will screw with you," and they will.
You know, Dick's Last Resort has a similar thing where if you walk in completely alone and go straight to the bar and order a whiskey, they stop messing with you because they're like, I think this kid might kill
We're
him.
not gonna put a hat on him. No.
Oh no, it happened to me when I had to when the hurricane came through Florida, I had to escape, and so I went to Panama City Beach, and I just remember going to Dick's and being like, this will be a fun little adventure I go on. No, they're just like, hey man, you want some whiskey? We understand, don't worry. Here's the suicide hotline. And I'm like, what the fuck? I just wanted to have a fun time.
No, they will make you at Whispering Canyon. They'll make you do like stick horse races and sing songs.
Yeah.
They will harass you in any way they see fit if they choose to.
Not in a Dick's Last Resort way of just writing "I have herpes" on a bag they put on your head.
That would be different.
Yeah. And not Disney at all. So should we get into should we get into our hotel ideas?
Sure. You would you like me to start or you?
I'll start. You've started last week, so I'll start this week. So obviously with everything I do, I immediately gravitate.
Technically, I did not start last week, but you may go ahead.
Okay, I'm sorry, but
the pajama party came later.
Oh yeah. I'm sorry. I forget our episodes as soon as we record them. And so I always kind of gravitate to making something villainous, and so I really liked the idea of making
Oh, goody.
making this Arkham Asylum ass hotel where it's like the Star Wars hotel where it's fully interactive and everyone's walking around. So everyone walks around, you'll hear guards outside of your bedroom at night. And I like the idea that on the first and second floor, the floors that'll have here's the hotel pool and the hotel gym and the hotel stuff like that. Instead of having actual rooms for people to stay in on those floors, you have actors in you have actors in jail cells messing with you all day as you go through. So as you're trying to go to the pool, they're just like, you look awful pretty, come over here, and you're like, okay, no, I don't want this. So it's
you want to feel my firepower, son.
It's essentially a big jail for all of the villains that you get to stay in. And so it's still themed, so you are basically a criminal as you check in. So it'll be like Dick's Last Resort. You'll have people just can't wait till you're out of here, you scum. Happy you're cleaned off the streets.
You have to get a mugshot when you walk in the door.
Holy shit, you just wrote something new, but yes, you definitely get a mugshot as you get in.
Yeah, it's like how you go into for Chef Mickey's or whatever, they take your picture with Mickey. It's like, no, get against the wall, asshole.
Yeah.
Here's your sign.
And so this all happens, which, by the way, I think there should be an option to skip this and go back later, because could you imagine that family after their 12-hour car ride? All right, we'll hold your bag, sir. Now get in this fucking line. I'm gonna take a picture of you. So that's one thing, and I guess that could be your ID as well for getting into the fancy things around the hotel, like your pool pass.
Here's my mugshots, let me in.
Yeah. And so well, this all interconnects because I like the idea that when you go to Disney or you go to we even did it in Disney Springs at T-Rex, if you buy something and you're like, I don't want to carry this, and you're staying in an on-site hotel, they can just ship it back to the hotel for you. Well, I like this idea that you don't get it as soon as you get back to your room. as soon as you check out, it's literally like leaving a jail, and it's like the opening scene to the Blues Brothers where they're just giving you your personal effects back. So they're just like, all right, we have one novelty Juicy Peaches pair of underwear. We have one this.
Jesus.
But I
Watch those separately, please.
I like the idea that going even further is the fact that it's going to be an expensive hotel. It's going to have this big environment. So you also have you have like almost goodie bags that come with your personal effects, which would have a copy of your mugshot. It would have like a I survived a night at the asylum shirt. It'd have all this kind of like cool amenities that you get to take home with you. And you could even take into the park and use as like, I don't know, special shit. Like you have, you're real to the villains. The villains are just like, whoa, this dude survived the asylum. We gotta take care of him.
Can you validate my parking, please? That guy by the swimming pool said I had pretty teeth.
Also, the hotel gym would be themed after like an actual horrible like jail cell like gym where it's just like this one shitty bet of pure iron barbells. The pool would look like I mean, I don't imagine that jails have pools, but if they did, we'd try to make it themed as best as possible. And also, there's a really rough-looking basketball court.
The shower just has people in it all the time.
Okay, now I'm just spitballing different ideas. I love the idea that, you know, I actually applied for one of the jobs where, like, at the big hotels like this, you would have, like, a special...
To sexually assault people in the pool shower?
No, damn it! You would have like special events for the kiddies, and I like the idea that there's a guy out handing out like spider tattoos. He's just like, all right, and then if you win,
you want a balloon shiv?
Yeah, exactly. And if you like win any of like the special games they have set up, you get a tattoo of a teardrop underneath your eye, and it proves. And it just shows how good he is. You see Billy, he's got 4 tears under his eyes. Stay away from him. He's really good at skee-ball.
He won Pin the Tail on the Donkey 3 times, and he killed the guy in room 404.
Oh my gosh, no, it would be Shiv the, it wouldn't be Pin the Tail on the Donkey, it would be
Shiv Eeyore.
It'd be Shiv the inmate in row B, cell block B. So yeah, that's my idea for a hotel. It's just it's this giant asylum full of villains, and you just get to indulge in your villainness with everything else.
So you would definitely hook that into the villain side. Like, could you walk right into the villain side, like kind of like the Grand Californian at Disney's California Adventure?
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. Is we have a situation.
They have to open a giant wrought iron gate to let you in.
Yeah. Oh, I also came up with the idea of like there's a prison break mini game that you can go through if you want to leave. You can just walk.
If you want to leave. Not if you have to, if you want to.
Yeah, no. If you just want to leave, like, and if you got some time, you could do a prison break mini game to get to the park. No. That's what it is. You can either leave the normal way and just get to the park normally through the trams or whatever. Oh, which, by the way, the trams from this place do look like penitentiary buses. Or you can do the prison break.
There's one tipped over on its side, and Harrison Ford's hopping away from it.
Yeah, or you could do the prison break mini game, which will take you from, it's going to be like a maze, but it will take you directly from the hotel into the villain section, and there will be like 3 villains there at all times, like, yeah, you did it! Stick it to the man!
You're going to join the Alliance.
Join the Alliance! I think that might be everything I have for this.
Oh my god. I don't know if I can follow this.
Yeah!
I was thinking that because we only have one park to only have one hotel, obviously.
Yeah.
But I didn't know whether to make it like in the Disney parlance, like value, moderate, or deluxe.
Yeah. Mine's definitely
so
deluxe, by the way.
I'm just going to combine all 3 together.
Wait, what?
The idea is, I love the idea of a like characters like Lex, not like Lex Luthor exactly, but like where they're kind of playing on the good and evil side, and you're not really sure really
like a
which side they're on.
Like Venom or CM Punk or
I had the like if you ever seen American Psycho, they said when they filmed the scene where he calls his lawyer that they recorded it one way where the lawyer basically believed everything he said. They recorded it one way where he didn't believe anything he said, and they recorded it one way where he was kind of wondering what was real and what wasn't.
Yeah.
But when they edited it together, they just switched between them all the time, so you never really know what the fuck's going on.
Okay.
So you never really get an idea of what the lawyer's thinking.
Yeah. It
kind of like to screw with you. So I thought of that type of thing where you're like, this might be a bad place, but it looks nice. So very much like if Craig Apex had a second person that you kind of were like, maybe this guy actually is evil, but we're not sure, and he plays up like he has good publicity or something.
Oh, so he's like Craig Apex runs the hero section. This guy runs the villainous section.
Yeah, but he doesn't act like... No, he doesn't... You don't know that he is... He doesn't act like he is a villain, but it's kind of like maybe he is.
Okay, can I pitch something to you?
Okay.
Craig Apex's twin with a goatee and a mustache, Greg Apex.
Well, I kind of want to use the twin theme park thing for like if we do like a season 2, season 3, because I like that idea.
Yeah.
Kind of like my stuck up brother runs the other side of the ski resort.
Oh yeah.
That thing, I want to do that eventually. But so here's my idea. The value part of the resort would basically be like sort of the T-shaped all-star type. They wouldn't have to be T-shaped, but it would be like definitely like the all-star resorts or like Pop Century, where it's like just these buildings with like outside rooms and stuff, outside doors. They would be in the back, like away from a main building. All the rooms would be perfectly functional, but the stuff in them would look like it was put together by someone that had no idea what they were doing.
Oh, wait, I'm sorry. Hold on, what?
Basically, like if you would walk in and it was like they were put together very haphazardly and nothing matches. So like all the furniture looks like it was just like found and thrown in there. Like basically like almost like they took the living quarters where the people that built the other half of the hotel lived and they converted them into rooms.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant at first I thought you meant like it's the section of Journey into Imagination where Figment takes over. You walk into the room, there's a toilet on the ceiling. Like, wait, well...
No, I'm thinking like you walk into your room and the carpet by the door is green, and then like halfway through you see like a cut mark, and then it's red on the other half.
It has been duct taped together.
And like the fixtures are all different. Like everything works, everything's comfortable, everything's fine. It's just this weird themed aesthetic where it's like, it looks like they put this together in an afternoon.
Yeah.
So that would be the value section. The moderate section would just be like pretty much regular rooms.
Yeah.
Maybe there'd be a little bit of like some kind of theming to make you think like, are we being watched?
Oh, okay.
But not overtly, like you don't want people going to the front desk being like, I think there's a camera in the hallway that's staring at me.
Yeah.
Or not even that. I want something I don't really know how to weave the good and bad into like, just like regular rooms. But I was thinking the deluxe rooms would be very, like this is what if the villains have to meet with some like world leader, this is where that world leader would stay.
Okay.
In this big, like, in like the deluxe rooms. And I thought there would be like in, the Cinderella Castle suite, they have like the glass slipper, like behind glass.
Uh-huh.
Or they have stuff like that. It would be like you'd walk in and it'd be like, this is the hero. It'd be like in a case on the wall. There'd be like some heroes like
gear. It'd be like Planet Hollywood,
that, like they stole,
except for superheroes.
But it would be like they obviously maybe took it during a fight. Like
There's
someone
still a
acquired
bit of blood. It's a little tattered.
Like the Vulture got a hold of it from Spider-Man: Homecoming.
Yeah.
Like he just took it from the rubble of a fight. What else do I have? Yeah, I think that's basically it. I don't have a name for the hotel because I'm not that intelligent.
Okay, wait. So hold on. You said you had you wanted to combine the normal.
Basically, there'd be like 3 sections of the hotel, and depending on where you stayed, like the cost would go up a little bit.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
the theming would slightly change. So yeah, the value's very haphazard and still like I don't want people to be like, oh, I had to sleep on a bed of nails.
Yeah.
In a cave or something, but it would be very like oh, the sheets on this queen size bed are, red, and over there they're orange or whatever. But it's like obviously like completely different.
The problem I'm seeing with these is you have to clearly make sure the person staying there is in on the joke.
Yes.
Because otherwise they're just like, the fuck happened to my room?
There is a restaurant in Walt Disney World. I want to say it's Olivia's Cafe. I think it's at Old Key West, where like all the furniture is different.
Yeah.
Like all the chairs are all different, and the silverware is all different, and the plates are all different, and that's whole and there's like crap nailed to the walls and
okay. So wait,
shit like that. So
was the shitty, horrible room is the cheap one. The middle one was just a normal room. What was your deluxe room again?
I just think that to make it deluxe, like it would obviously be bigger. And it would seem like upscale and like penthousey sort of.
Yeah.
But it would obviously be like, this is where the villains put up like the guys that they're like bringing into like.
Oh, okay.
Like this is where the prime minister of like some Eastern European country stays.
Now I want to discuss an old psychological study where they put a bunch of teens into a prison. And that's
Stanford. That was Stanford's prison.
Yeah, the Stanford prison camp. Where you had some people who were guards and kind of had higher authority, and then people who were shit, like prisoners, and threw them all in the same place. So essentially, in this hotel, you're going to have people who are just like, I am like royalty. You stay in the garbage room with the duct tape toilet.
Well, no, every hotel has levels of room quality.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be like so intense that it would be like, oh, like I don't think it'd be like, oh, it's $500 a night for these like 10 rooms, and then the next down is like $150.
Yeah. No, I'm saying,
but there would be some delineation.
I'm saying we play it up.
Oh, you want to do Stanford Prison?
Yeah, we want the Stanford Prison experiment. Where we just have like, especially like, could you imagine like you could have a real like Lex Luthor and Superman situation where Superman is staying, like your superhero is staying in the shitty area, and then you have Lex Luthor and the fancy ones like, he's just a peasant, but then when they get into the park they are equals.
That works.
Yeah.
But yeah, you definitely have to be in on it a little bit. I think they would have to do some kind of marketing ploy.
And be like, hey, if you don't... My favorite is the fact that, like, you can get this stuff, like, pay for hotels on Expedia. And I just want to see the fucking Expedia breakdown of, like, the lovely 2-bedroom economy suite with the duct tape on the floors and the blood stain in the corner. Or...
I never said it would be that bad. I just said it would look like they built it out of materials left over from building the rest of it.
Or the golden room with the gold television on which you can watch golden TV.
The hotel pool, the hotel me, because I'm a Jim.
That's
a joke.
I was gonna say, I love the idea that the hotel pool is also broken up into 3 sections. It's like one part looks really nice, one part's a little bit worse, one part is green and you don't know why.
I thought you were gonna say it was a duct tape toilet.
Oh my god, yes, actually. I think it's called the Neapolitan is what you've created.
That's freaking great.
The Neapolitan. I like the idea of keeping them both though. And I kind of like that. Yours could be almost a heroic place, I think, if you change it up a little bit.
Yeah, I just because in a park I was designing on Tumblr months back, my idea was basically that the main hall was like a museum.
Right.
So I thought of that too, but I didn't want to exactly do that. But I also wanted to have levels of I didn't want to just say, oh, in order to stay at our hotel, you have to pay $300 a night or whatever.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yours...
I'm trying to be all-encompassing.
I mean, I love the idea that since we're villains, we're obviously trying to get more money out of you, and then yours, you're just like, any hero can stay here. It's open for anybody.
I hope you like brass doorknobs and brushed nickel.
Yeah. I hope you like bed knobs and broomsticks. And then we're gonna... Alright, damn. That was a succinct episode.
Yeah, I don't know where else to go. I was actually thinking of Alexander Luthor Jr. or whatever.
Yeah.
Of as a guy that played good and was actually secretly evil.
Oh, okay.
There has to be a way to... Oh, spoiler alert, by the way, if you ever read those comic books. Yeah, I feel like there has to be a way to put all three together somehow.
Yeah, I like that idea. I like that there's three, no matter what, you have three completely separate experiences. They're just like, oh, we see you're in the economy section, you're taking your own bags up, and you can fuck off. You're in the immediate section. We're going to send this one bellboy who does not actually care about your luggage and might break something. Oh, you're in the fancy section. Here are 5 bellboys, one of which is just going to carry your wife up.
I mean, Disney technically does that too. They just separate them out.
Yeah, exactly. We're just putting them all into one place.
Well, welcome to All Star Sports. I see you at the counter. I'm just going to sit back here on my computer and ignore you for 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm. So
that's a real life story.
Yeah. That's what's so sad is I'm like, I really want to stay on Disney property one day, but also I don't.
Well, no, it's just when you work there and when you go through the training and they're very insistent and the people that train you are very insistent on 100% all the time.
Oh, yeah. Guests
first, all that stuff. And then to expect that and not get it, it really just makes you want to go I've read your handbook, asshole. I have it on my shelf.
It's like you pull out the little business card they give you with the keys on it and shove it in their face. Look at it!
You have half a mustache. That is not in the hair and makeup guidelines.
We would pull out everything and be like, look at it! Look at you!
I did find that, at least in the college program... Mm-hmm. Most of the people in the college program wanted to be there. That's why, they had to apply, and they're, from 5 states away or whatever. But all the people that were locals, that were full-time, it was literally they were in hell.
Yeah, I know.
Not all of them, but you could definitely tell when you met someone that was like, oh, you're local. You're definitely local.
Yeah.
You have no soul in your eyes.
Okay, so we have our hotels for people to stay at. Jim, what is our challenge for next week?
I decided our challenge would be motion simulator.
Like a Simpsons roller coaster ride or a Star Tours.
It could be Simpsons, Star Tours, Body Wars, Iron Man.
You're like, mine is literally just Body Tours. That's it.
Yeah. I mean, I've kind of went that way a little bit, but I just pulled it out of a hat.
Okay. So we've got
to make a classic motion simulator in the idea of Star Tours and such.
Okay. All right. Well then, Jim Murphy, where can they find you on the internet?
I don't remember where I'm at. I'm not at McElroyShows.com.
But go there
Twitter.
Instead.
Yeah.
At this point,
yeah, pretty much. They make better hotels.
Yeah.
I am on Twitter at apparently smart.
Mm-hmm.
My parents think I'm at least one of those things.
Yeah.
So
and
that's about it.
And of course, you can find me on Twitter at Scottye Mo. That's SCOTTYEMO. You can buy my book on Amazon. It's called Queaselcorp: A Tale of Dicks and Douchebags. It's spelled QUEZALCORP. Make sure to check out the BS Network. We have all the amazing BS Network podcasts, including this one, a load of BS Fight Boys, which I'm actually going to have to record right after this, and And then, of course, we do have all of our different YouTube shows. You can find it all at a load of purebs.com, or, of course, you can...
Buy a Juicy Peaches t-shirt.
Buy a Juicy Peaches t-shirt over at merch.aloadofpurebs.com in the BS Network section. Let's see.
I haven't yet, but I will.
What else? If you want to keep up with me as on the BS Network, you can follow us at a load of pure BS on Twitter. Make sure to find Jim and I. We're now a Jim and I over on www.
I'm a Scorpio.
Yeah, I'm a Capricorn.
My birthday was yesterday.
Over on www.opposite-attractions.com. Make sure to find us both on Facebook and on Twitter at OpAtShow. That's OPPATT.
I want to jump in before you do the end of the show.
Oh, okay. What's up?
I didn't add much to my blog about my new Disney theme park this week because of issues, but I will hopefully add 2 or 3 or 4 more things by the time we record again. So by the time this episode's up, there should be 2 or 3 more things there.
It's all right.
Or at least 2.
Yeah, it's all right. You've had a birthday. You've had stuff happen. It's all right. You're a big birthday boy. You've turned 13, and we're all proud of you.
Yeah, I can almost ride Big Thunder Mountain without a parent.
But as I was saying, ladies and gentlemen, you can find both of us on Facebook and at Twitter at OpAtShow. That's spelled OPPATTSHOW. Are you down with OPP?
Thank you for joining us on Opposite Attractions. It's been a pleasure to have you aboard with us. Enjoy the rest of your day and have a great, big, beautiful tomorrow.